I have made many healthy cake recipes over the past 12 years, and I've just fallen in love with this creamy carob cheesecake. After trying many recipes, I love to combine different recipes, especially switching out the different layers, and I just love carob and I just love this creamy cheesecake. One of the main reasons why I love this carob cheesecake is that I don't have to defrost the cake before eating it, because the water content in the layers is so low. I can eat the cake directly from the freezer, which is absolutely wonderful. All our guests just love this cake. I will put the recipe down below in the description box. First of all, I always start by preparing my baking tins. It is easy to get the cake out of the foils. I like to use these expandable baking tins. I will put a link into a video that I recently made with a tip that I shared how I do it. But with these beautiful cakes, you definitely want to make it easy to get it out of the baking tin. My first layer, I start with carob powder, almonds, almond flour, fresh bitter dates, and some salt, and then I process them in a food processor with an S-blade till well mixed. I don't use a blender, make sure it is a food processor. Then I press it in the baking container, and the best one for this recipe is to use a 20 centimeter diameter one. Then my next layer is a carob nut layer, and for this layer I use chia seeds, almonds, cashews, raw honey, carob powder, almond milk and salt, and that I process in a food processor also with the S-blade till smooth, and then I spread it over the previous layer. It's going to be too difficult to blend this in a blender. The mixture is too thick. I will also put the link into a video that I recently made, just a cheat way how I replace alternative milk in recipes. I don't first make the milk and then add it to the recipe. You can do that. To save time, I do it while I am making the recipe. So then on to the third layer. That is my cheesecake layer. The ingredients for the third layer is almonds, cashew nuts, raw honey, almond milk, lemon juice and salt. You just blend that in a high-speed blender. So here you definitely have to use a good blender, and you blend it till it's completely smooth, and then you spread it over the previous layer. Then onto the fourth layer, the top layer, is a carob cream layer. For that layer I use almonds, cashews, raw honey, almond milk, salt, carob powder. You can use a combination of raw carob powder and roasted carob powder, or if you don't have either or, then you must have to test and just get your proportion right, because the roasted carob powder is more strong. Or you can just use the amount in raw carob, and then water. For the fourth layer, you blend all the ingredients in a high-speed blender till smooth, and you spread on top of the previous layer. Then you set the cake in the freezer overnight to set. You don't have to defrost this cake. You can just take it out before serving, and you definitely don't want to leave it out too long because it can soften too much. The rest you can store in an airtight container in the freezer. Or what I like to do is I just keep it in the ring pan and I put it in the freezer, even open. You can close it, but I've tested it and nothing happens to the cake. So if you want to, you can cover it. This is really a lovely cake. You will impress your guests. I hope you liked today's video. If you did so, remember to hit the like button. If you don't want to miss out on future content that I make, please remember to subscribe. And remember, take care of your health. It's precious.